Hello, this is a pretty intense game played on IGS where white won by 8.5, so it was quite close. Towards the end, white lost a few stones in the middle. That shouldn't happen and it would be a bigger gap. But also, there were a few dangerous moments both for white and black in this area. We will get there soon. So now, let's see from the beginning. We have a parallel Fuseki where black went for the low Chinese strategy. Then white attacks the top right corner. This is fine. Here white can also consider the Sun invasion. And of course the attach in the top left, which is super trendy, but that happens later on as well. So approach the top right corner, then attach in the top left. Well, usually here on the right side, white continues either at q10, which would be old school, or Sun invasion r17. Now black of course will push, and now black can decide whether to block the top and keep center in order to attack the lower right, or block the right side. This would be the old-fashioned variation, but most of the times this is considered slightly good for white because white develops very nice on the right, takes away the corner, and black comes back to protect against the cutting point, but this is center for white, so now white can approach the top left corner. So we don't see this variation too often nowadays. Black prefers to keep center. Anyway, white attacks the top left directly. White is eager to fight this game. Then Hane, very good. Black is usually going to Atari first and then connect the corner. Now white turns and then extends. Well, in the game pattern that should happen anyway. So white connects and then black extended here, but black can still play the Hane or Keima. So white had the option to go Nobi, which leads to a variation of Nadare Joseki, more or less. Anyway, white connects solid, this is fine. Black Nobi, white extends for a base. The extension can be on the third line as well, but it's a matter of style or taste, so white wants to set up a Moyo. Now black comes in at f3, this is a pretty good direction of play to limit the Moyo, but for black it's still very urgent to play a move like p3 in order to prevent the Shimari, and then approach f3. Now on f3, white decides to play a pincer. So here white can play the tighter pincer at h3, and when black goes San, white can block the left side in order to set up a Moyo. Now h3, it's in a better relationship with the wall on the left side. So this is going to be the Moyo, but there's a little bit of a problem when black invades c9. So actually white had in mind a different plan, and in that case white can also play a move like k4, because when black goes San, white wants to separate the d3 and this way build more on the bottom side. However, this Joseki is gote for white, the modern style, when you crawl at f2 and then play also Hane at g3. But in this case it's good to have the extension far away at k4 because this will set up the Moya on the bottom side. So when black comes in, it's very nice to pincer and 3. So let's see the actual game variation. So we have the pincer at j3, then Sun invasion, separated d3, that's fine. Nobi, Hane, crawl under, and again white is supposed to play a move like g3, but it kind of feels slow. So it's like white has two moves here instead of just one. Let's go back a little bit here. So when we have the tight pincer and white goes Sun and we block this way, white can connect under, and now white doesn't need another move at g3. So white can play, for example, o4. Anyway, the differences are quite sensitive, so between the extension at h3 or j3 or k3, k4, so you can try all the pincers in the future games. Anyway, let's go back to the original game. So white got to play o4, this is a nice move. Now black goes for a kick, and the plan for black is that when white goes up, he will counter pincer on the right side. So white can consider a combination here. For white is very nice to extend at q10 or r10 because this is a nice extension from the Shimari and good direction of play too. But when this happens, black will usually play a tiger mount, which is a powerful formation, and kind of punish this r14. So before extending q10, white can play a peep in the top to see whether black reacts with a solid connection or blocks the corner one way or the other. And After creating or planting the RG in the top side, now R14 can be treated more lightly, so white can extend here, and when black goes Hane one way or the other, white doesn't care so much about this R14, because now white can use the top stone to damage the top area, so it's still successful, because now black has a wall. It's kind of damaging the R14 stone, but white got the more on the right side and also broke the top side. So it's good to remember that kind of flexible play. First go for a probe in the top and then extend. Anyway, this is also normal, so when black pincers, white can think about a counter pincer. Then when black comes out, white can peep and go out as well. But there's also the R17 algae. So white went in the corner right away. This way, white kind of wants to discard the two heavy stones and just leave in the corner. But the usual follow-up is to play a peep first. Now, black usually connects solid, and here white can continue either with a Kosumi or a push. So when Kosumi is played, black can turn, then Hane, and now white has to leave in the corner. Then black has to look for ways to capture the two stones on the outside, like a jump here. But maybe in this case, black will just extend towards the Shimari on the bottom somehow, probably like it happened in the game with R8, because these two stones, they don't feel like running out immediately. So this is actually pretty good for black in this particular case. But what happened in the game, black blocked here and now he's in trouble. So black has a better move to punish this schema. In this case, it's to play p17. Now if white pulls back, black will block at 018 and white still needs to leave in the corner. Now black's formation on the outside is much stronger than before, and again black can extend here. If white goes no b to the left, then black will play q18, and when white cuts, black will capture the corner. There's another way for white to react here, but it's still painful. So when white plays r18, black can connect, white connects under, then black will surround everything, and this is a problem too. Very difficult for white to live in the corner because white can only make one eye here. So this will be a disaster. Therefore, Keima is not the greatest move. Now another option for black is to play q18. If black doesn't know the Tesuji at p18 to go left or right, when black plays q18 and cuts, now white has to capture the stone, then black will go Atari, monkey jump, and this way white is forced to live with two small eyes in the corner, and that's painful too. But okay, on the other variation was really tough. And if white decides to play Atari and extend, connect the top, black will capture the corner like this, and now white still needs to extend and survive in the top. But this will just hurt the two stones on the right side as well. So this is not so great for white. But black just blocked here. So black missed the Tesuji of p17 or q18, and now white comes out, push again, that's good, creates cutting points. And here white should cut without thinking. Cut first, think after. Black has to connect here, which is painful. It's an empty triangle and this will affect the fight later on. Then white goes down. Now black needs to roll and connect under, and then connect here in order to stay alive in the corner. But it's good to cut because now black has to react somehow. Probably play a Hane or a push. And this way white hits Sente and white gets a chance to extend on the right side. So when white connects here, there is no more Agi. Black also defends solid, and white needs another move to leave in the corner. It can be this one or the 2-2 point. Anyway, white had to add another move to stay alive in the corner. And now black's formation is much more powerful. So black hits Sente and black can extend on the side. Therefore, this trade wasn't so great for white in the end. So here black has the first chance to win this game. Now white cuts, he's trying to use those two stones, but maybe the cut it's a little bit too much. White can think about shoulder hit and attach in order to use the RG, then focus on building some thickness towards the middle. Anyway, in general it's good to cut, but white had to cut earlier. So black turns, white extends, black defends. Here black could defend at m16. When white pushes along, black is on the 4th line. If white pushes here, black can go down. Playing on the 3rd line, white gets a forcing move like this pretty soon. So it's much easier for white to use the 2 stones. For example, a move like this, then a jump in the middle, very light, and all of a sudden white starts to look good in the middle. So this push first, that's fine. Expand the moyo. Now the shoulder hit on the right side, that's also a nice idea. And set up some kind of potential to grow the center. But here black had to play with fighting spirit, Hane. If white just no B, black will connect, and then white still needs to come back, but there's still Agi. And if white cuts, black can Atari first, go out, or just Atari here, and keep fighting. In fact, go out once, then Atari, hanging connection, and jump between the groups. So now white has a heavy group running in the middle, therefore it's going to be difficult to build the bottom side because white is busy saving the stones in the center. So wedge, Atari, connect, and pull back. This feels good for white. Here, white can just go up because when black pushes, just block and it's fine. If Hane, you can block with Hane. And the cutting point is not an issue here because you already have 0-4. When you play this move, black and Hane under, and now the option is to push and play the double Hane, which also leave cutting points in the corners, so white has to go back. Therefore, it's better to just stand to Q4 in this particular case. Now when black plays a shoulder hit like this, it's generally good to react with a push under at K3 or a push from the side. Because usually here black will go up or jump. So it's either K5 or the jump at K6. Now white can play the wedge. Black needs to play some kind of flexible shape or a hanging connection. Then white can link under with M3. So white keeps all the territory on the bottom, and then black is still on the run in the middle. Now when when white plays K3 and black just plays Nobi or jumps, on the jump we still have the wedge to create cutting points, then connect under, the group is still heavy and needs to run in the middle. And when black plays a Nobi, white can turn Nobi again, sorry, this is a one space jump, and Nobi threatening the cutting points, and later if white wants to keep the bottom territory, just a one space jump and connect. But the group in the middle is still on the run. So this is a way for white to keep all the bottom side. Now playing the cap, well, being strong, actually white can consider this cap move because white wants to kill everything inside. So it's a very powerful resistance move. But black found a pretty good way to go out. Yeah, this push, it's natural, push along, then push again, and white captures a stone. This is actually a slow move. White should play something like G7. If black cuts here, white captures 2 stones, and if black connects, white can also connect. So taking that stone is not a priority for white. It's not that urgent. Because when you take this stone, this is what actually black wants. He wants to give that stone as bait so he can play Atari and then come out in the center faster. On this Atari, it's actually better to capture right away, because this way black doesn't get more forcing moves at K3. And it's also good for eye shape. So later on, when white needs eyes, he can easily play E5. Anyway, on the Atari, this feels good for black. And then black doesn't have to play the tiger mount. He can go out with H7 to be one step ahead of K6. Also, it's very good for black to turn K3. Now, if white still looks for ways to surround the group, black has this Hane, Atari. It's even difficult to defend. Then some hanging connection or a slide around here, go up and make eyes this way. So this way black leaves on the bottom and damages the moyo at maximum. Anyway, it's also okay to connect or go out this way. But I like the idea of jumping. So the idea is you have a wall and usually you jump in the middle of it to space towards the center. So that's like a thumb rule. Anyway, black played the safe way. White goes down. That's actually quite small. White should still do something about the bottom. A Keima here, for example, to prevent black turning at k3, then black needs to jump out again. Then play a peep and jump along in order to force black go out and build some points in the middle. It's too small to go for 2 stones right now. Black can ignore this, and he should have. So for example, if black plays k3 and white goes down and captures 2 stones in gote, white already played s4 in gote, then the push and capture at s6 is gote 2. Now black can slide here, or even like this, damage more points on the bottom side. So the timing is actually quite critical when go down at s4 or wait for the hane. Okay, let's move on. Black defense. He was also looking for the small moves instead. Here a cap move, it's a nice idea. Then go out and separate the groups. Anyway, with this move, white wants to separate the bottom group from the left side, but it's not going to be very easy to kill. Black doesn't have to cut right away. For black, it's easy to go out between the groups first, because a move around d7 will just turn into a neutral point for white. So black is already out in the middle, and he raises the moyo. Also, the turn at k3 would be nice for black, and he should do it soon. Now black got surrounded, and this feels good for white. Well, black can leave, but in the end, it's if black just plays a move like that and the group is still surrounded, there will be a ko for life. So that's quite expensive. So black wants to eliminate the option of a ko, but actually black should go down k3. Now if white wants to kill, he needs to surround this way. Then we have a hane, then atari again. White needs to capture. Black will play L2 to make some I shape. White needs to block to stay alive with his group. Then black can push once, actually twice, and then connect. So there's an eye in the middle, an eye on the bottom. This is an easy way for white, for black to leave, but like that, it's just too small. So now white increases the center, but in fact, white should play this shoulder hit and even an attach move in order to expand the middle this way. Oops, around here. So hane, on the hane, black can just turn, which is center, and then jump in the center. Now the group on the bottom can leave either with a turn here or these 2 eyes. Actually, the turn at k3 is generally good for black. White might go down, then slide and damage a few points on the bottom, erase the middle a little bit. But in fact, for black, it's important to jump from the top, somewhere around here, so black can reduce all the potential white has in the center. Let's see what happened. 1 space jump, white blocks the left side, that's big. Now the turn, this is fine too. So here, before the defense like this, white can push. Now it's good timing to push once and descend. This will be all center. No matter how black blocks here, white has all these center moves. Then defend with this kind of move or hane and oops, connect. So now the group is alive. Anyway, it's good timing to play c6 and c5 and descend b8. Later in the endgame, when black plays hane and connects, now there's a clamp at b10. So it's nice for white to catch the descending center at b8. But that might happen anyway. Fighting spirit by black. The proper move for black is to capture the 2 stones here. And if white connects the other 2 stones, black can jump in from the top. Anyway, this way, black wants to take the top 2 stones and get inside the center, which is also big. So white fights, good shape here, the table shape. Black comes back and defends, but that defense still leaves a weakness at q12. The proper move is still this one. Because later on, if black doesn't pay attention, white will come around with q12 and black needs to connect under. This may be a little bit risky. You just no B and then jump, or no B again, and now jump. Yeah, this seems clearly safer for white. And now the group in the middle is probably dying big inside. This way, let's see. Push, Atari, Atari. Yeah, black can start from the push, then Atari. Atari again. Some shape in the middle. But it's still not going to be very easy to live inside. This was really risky for black. Actually here, white should play this kind of move. So on the push, just block. Because playing like this, black can still push and then cut. I mean this, and come out. So let's see how black managed to fight. Looks like black is dying inside now. Here white can get ahead. Now it's a bit tough for black to escape. Lots of issues. But the connection is fine too. And this Hana is not necessary. Because on the left side there is not enough room for black to expand. On the right side white's position is quite in. So white should jump here. Or Keima. On the Hane, counter Hane, Atari, connect, block here, take away the eye. Difficult to live inside. That's a good move. The cut goes for one stone, but actually playing a move like this kills everything. It doesn't matter if black connects one stone. The group is still surrounded. So this was a big chance to kill the whole thing. Now black managed to live. Ouch. So white had an opportunity to kill the entire center and win big now. Let's see what happened next. Well, still a big center. This is fine. Okay. Take some points here. All good. And keep center. Yeah, finally this move. But usually before going down, it's good to push and then descend. Now when black plays here, at the end black will have a small life in the corner. Well, black can defend this way. Pretty much the same thing. Now in this area, white has a monkey jump. Black needs to protect like this and block, and then Atari and another move in the corner. The monkey jump will be sent. Kosumi, that's fine. Trying to threaten the bottom group again. Cut, very good. Tuck, 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 tuck. Block. Take. Okay. Yeah, this is a good move. But now, white played very risky. White needs to connect like this, or capture the stone. It's important to stay alive first. If black goes here, and then black makes the second eye, it's fine. White keeps everything connected in the center. And when white played Atari, black can actually go Atari on the bottom side. Now the only option for white here is to fight a Ko. And this is very risky because the entire group can die. So black didn't need to go for the 3 stones to save them. And now white noticed the problem. Well, if white wants to go for the kill, white needs to play a move like this. Now, if black tries to escape like it happened in the game with Atari and then Atari here and then connect. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3 liberties. Tuck, tuck. Oh yeah, this is a problem. White can't resist, white can't kill. So white's option is to leave first like this or capture the stone. Then when black goes Atari on 2 stones, simply give them up. And if black doesn't capture the 2 stones and play some other big point, then white can connect and forces black leave with 2 small eyes. But anyway, here, first things first, white should leave. So this was really risky, and black can actually turn the game around if he kills the bottom group. White shouldn't connect, the cut is still here. So instead of giving 5 stones, just connect, give up the 2 stones, and then play away. Now this will probably win the game by more than 10 points. It's very big for white to play this kind of move. Black needs to connect under Ingote, then reduce some points here, then the honey in the top, and the the Ogema on the left side. So yeah, white can still win by over 10 points. So this was a pretty big donation. Good idea, white not connecting a t5. That's good. So here is better to play the monkey jump, because no matter how black will block this, at the end, black needs another move inside. If black refuses to play a2, it's very dangerous for his group. So let's say black plays here. Now the Tesuji is to play a2. Then when black blocks at b2, you have Atari. If black connects, just Hane and descend, and the group is dead. So black's option to leave is to fight a ko at b3. And now white captures the ko and the entire thing can die. Of course there are ko threats and black can fight it, but it's not worth it. Because black could just add another stone at a2 and leave unconditionally, so he's risking the life of the whole group for saving 1 point. Therefore, in this case, monkey jump at a5 it's center. So we have this again, which means when white connects, black will play another move. And here, white should play this move. If Atari like that, connect this way. If push here, connect this way. But anyway, black needs to connect under. So if black plays this way to capture 2 stones, white is happy to separate, then kill the other group. This is dead now. 1 eye only. Actually kill both groups. Oh wait, there's still a problem here. Okay, kill just one group, but it's big. And it's free. So it's better to play q12. And that was it. No more surprise moves. Here white has to pay attention at the end, yeah, and add another move. This was dangerous. So let's say black plays a peep, then another peep, then Keima in the corner. This can be very tough. Yeah, white is trapped inside. Aye. Huh. So lots of lucky situations, both for white and black. Well, first of all, black was supposed to die big in the middle. Now it's all fine. So quite a spectacular game, intense and with lots of interesting tactics to go over. Enjoy the review and congrats on the win.